Welcome back to the City of Blood, Baldur's Gate, where our heroes have successfully cleared out Ramazith's tower. They just bought some magical items at the High House of Wonders, and now as they stand in the Temples district of Baldur's Gate, they have a choice to make, and it sounds like their choice right now is to scout out Vanthampur Villa. With the party...
After we go to the Helm and Cloak and turn in my quest.
Alright, the party crosses the street to the Helm and Cloak. The Helm and Cloak is a combination... it draws a unusual mixture of well-heeled but unpretentious patriarchs. It's got two buildings joined together as a single enterprise. The Helm is a rooming house, an inn. The entryway is shadowed by an immense iron helm that supposedly once belonged to a fire giant. The cloak, slightly smaller, is signaled by the bright flutter of a Sunite cloak draped over its porch. Both buildings are decorated with adventuring trophies, exotic and mundane, including a bronze-horned marble unicorn bust in the Helm's common room. It's shiny as the day it was made because everyone rubs it for good luck. As you get in, you hear the raucous laughter and cheers of the Knights of the Unicorn, an idealistic group of noble sons and daughters from patriarch families, for generations taking the unicorn god LaRue as their inspiration. They started out as just sort of a lighthearted lark, but now they consider themselves an adventuring group and a force for good. They always gather here to share tales of their heroism and of heroes past, and to urge each other on to greater, more heroic, chivalric deeds.
Do they actually have?
They do not. The Knights of the Unicorn do not have horns.
Missed opportunities. I'm just saying. Put that in the suggestion box.
There's no tiefling among them. Maybe one tiefling, like one.
Oh yeah, probably. All good. All good. So, when you arrive, they hail your arrival, and they reward you, Matt, with 200 gold pieces.
Woo.
And an update.
Yes.
You see, not only was a relic stolen by those dreadful pirates and buried on the island of the Abbey, but we now believe we know why the Blade and Stars proprietor Arion has gone missing. But the greatest treasure that was on that ship was not a holy relic, but Ariom's daughter.
Oh.
We have another quest for you, should you choose to accept it. If you can find the island of the Abbey, rescue the stolen relic, and find her daughter, we'll reward you even greater.
Real quick, let me just, because this isn't not that important thing I want to catch the party up on. So here's the thing, guys. Long story short, Captain Horn, but this is like out of character Horn. Captain Deadeye was bad guy that I've turned kind of good guy. He's working for us. The eventual plan that I've worked out with him is that I am planning on getting him a new ship. Once I've gotten him a new ship, and then pay him back a portion of what Tarina was owed to him, he won't keep going after Tarina. So we'll have for sure and for really done the moral high ground way of getting him off her back and completing her quest without him coming back and looking for her. And we've also made a powerful pirate captain as an ally. He originally went to the Abbey Island. It sounds like he was embroidered in this whole kidnapping mess as well in some capacity, at least knew about it. But basically, there's an abbey with a ton of treasure and artifacts and stuff, but it's also been hounded by undead. There are skeletons and other undead things that have taken over the abbey and are preventing adventurers from going on there and claiming its treasure and riches. Not only have we now been proposed of this quest, but we have a proposition by Captain Deadeye that his lost treasure of who knows how many thousands of gold and other things was hidden there and lost when the skeletons pushed all the pirates off the island. If we want to get somewhat sidetracked, take a boat and go to that island, we have the capacity of getting a lot of treasure and doing a very good thing by saving someone's daughter and possibly some really cool, fun relics. That would be a nice, cool thing to do before we capstone our adventure by going into hell, I think, anyway.
I love the idea. It sounds like a lot of fun. I worry about time, but I love the idea. That absolutely sounds like a riot.
If you wish to learn more, speak with the proprietor of the Blade and Stars.
Perfect.
Add it to the list.
It is on our quest log already.
All right. The Vanthampur Villa is right next door.
Are there windows in the Helmand Cloak?
Yes.
Can we sit down at the Helmand Cloak and just have a few beers for a couple hours and watch who comes and goes from the Vanthampur Villa and see what we can learn?
You can do that.
Did you guys want me to grab any extra money and sneak it up into the high hall for you, or are you cool holding it?
Yeah, can you put all our money in the high hall, or all of my money?
Mac,
Well, how much of it do you want to stash up there? Do you want
All
of
of
your
it.
money
I want all
Yeah.
500.
Okay.
All of my 500 stashed there. I
Okay.
do not want to keep any of this on me.
Let me get the journal out so I can put it in our high hall. How much does everyone want to plug in there?
500 for me.
500 from me as well.
I've got nothing. Keep the rest.
Starts. Okay.
Because
Cool.
you bought new boats. Yeah.
Yes. Shiz.
It's the lame those boats.
all right, and Matt, you said that you have the goggles and they give you a 60-foot dark vision.
Correct.
So my thought is, folks, let's hang out here kind of until sundown, and then work on a more invasive surveillance after we kind of get an eye for the place after sundown. How do y'all feel about that?
Corazon would like to take this time to not only drink, but practice using his boots.
With his boots, do
Just
his
very like subtly, like, you know, just like raise myself a little.
Oh, the Knights of the Unicorn are totally into this. They're like, oh, a magical relic, behold! And they're gonna watch you and cheer for you and laugh, you know, when you spill, but then, hey, when you succeed. So, we're gonna let an hour go by while all this transpires, and I'm just setting up some other resources here. Bear with me for a moment. Make sure everyone has vision
Just to
enabled.
confirm, sorry, that was 500 from Umberto, 500 from Robert, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Cool. Anything else from you, Crozen, or no?
Nope, I'm good. I still have like 30 that I want to keep in my pocket. Just
Spending money.
this is just chump change, man. It's
Petty
not
cash,
like, you know,
petty cash.
30 families yearly GDP sort of thing.
So, guys, I've hired both Captain Deadeye and Jarus for the day. Do you want to keep them here nearby with us? Because they're here for the end of the day, in case something goes down.
Jarus is literally a scout. Can we have him literally scout this place?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know his face, so that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Case the joint,
Also,
Jarus.
Deadeye could probably do it too. He's a very proficient pirate captain,
Mhm.
so he's good at being able to rally up local scumbags and tossing a little bit of coin around and getting them to do his bidding, or he can just keep an eye out himself.
Yeah, let's have them both use their skills to figure out what they can about the villa, how to get in, how to get out,
Mm.
where the guards are, you know, that
Current
kind of
occupants.
shit.
Also, mate, out of the money that I got from my recent exploits, I'd like
Mhm.
to give 200 of it to Captain Deadeye towards his debt and to get his cut for the recent adventure that we went on.
Take that note, please.
Yeah, I'm marking it down.
Ooh.
I'm also setting aside 167 GP for Tarina. I forget why I had to do that, but I think it was to pay her for her 3 days or something. I feel like she was less. Maybe we cut a deal or something. I don't remember exactly why. I just have
If you haven't marked down, just go ahead and say, you know, debt. Mark that you're paying your debts, just so we have a record of it later. And so I can do the bookkeeping down the line.
Copy that.
All right. This neighborhood in the upper city is heavily patrolled by the Watch. What else? Villa, the villa. Vanthampur Villa is a stately stone edifice with a detached stable house. That's right, they have horses. Horses are illegal in Baldur's Gate. You're not allowed to have any creature larger than a peacock.
That's right.
But they're
Weird use
rich,
measure.
so it's okay. What else we got? It's a 12-foot high stone wall that encloses the villa. It's got two built structures inside of it, the main house and the stable house. They have sloped rooftops covered with red clay tiles. There's a 12-foot high stone wall around the villa. As the night sets in, it's about 7 o'clock, a couple hours go by, you're drinking, you're hanging out. Lanterns hanging around the wall's interior are lit at dusk and extinguished at dawn to illuminate the yard and the villa at night. The wall has 3 wooden gates, the main entrance and a coach gate to the south, and a postern gate to the north. Stand by for a map change.
So you're saying we're in a loading screen right now? Is that
Explorer mode is not working very well, but because you guys have been here the entire time, I'm going to allow you, and basically just saying that Jarus and Deadeye have captured this information, I'm going to allow you to move anywhere you want around the edges. Let me make sure that it's set up to be locked so you can't accidentally go through the universe. to collect information.
So we have free movement that isn't actually us moving, just to give us the visual information of what Jairus and
Gate.
Jedi told us, correct?
Correct. This is the stable. There are windows you can sort of see in it. There appears to be one servant who tends to the horses.
There's horses in there.
How freaking dare they?
And again, there are two gates. There's a carriage gate and the main gate that give access to the interior. You also, thanks to Jairus and his research, you know that the courtyard is patrolled by 9 guards in groups of 3. They travel in groups of 3, and they circle the yard counterclockwise.
I feel like we can use the horse thing as minor propaganda. To the
I think when we are ready to spring the trap and really take them out, we drop everything on them. You know, they have horses. They've been manipulating the vote against the watch. They've been funding murders. You know, we drop everything, the whole damn thing. Also, do we know how long this employee has been here?
You have not talked to this person, nor have you done any other intel. You do know that the guards are too well paid to accept bribes, so you would need to kill or sneak past the guards. Matt.
Oh, what about the person in the stables?
No intel.
Okay.
Sorry, mate, just a bookkeeping point. We only had one purifying potion that we used on Umberto, right?
Correct, it's gone.
Perfect, just making sure.
Thank you for keeping us up to date.
Absolutely.
How goes your sickness, bro?
Hasn't kicked in yet.
I'm
He doesn't know what happened.
I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. I have the constitution of a horse.
You know you're that character in the zombie movie who gets bit and then hides it, right?
Nope, I absolutely didn't hide it. I said that I took a shot to the face. You're fine. No one has checked in on me to tell me otherwise. What I will say, just in case it's important, because I don't want to be that guy in the zombie movie. Just at some point between when I saw Robert and now, I'm going to say, hey, Robert, I took a real bad shot to the face by a zombie. I kind of got like a bunch of its gory spores like in my face and mouth and stuff. Am I going to be okay? I feel fine, but I'm just like, I have a really good constitution, as I'm sure you know. So I don't ever get sick, but I just thought I might check in with you, maybe, so I don't be that guy in the zombie movie.
It's definitely someone's fetish, by the way.
Lovely.
But I feel fine. I'm totally okay.
It's cool. We're cool.
He is definitely infected with spores. He is going to get spores sickness. Let me pull up the symptoms of that.
It's one of the symptoms. I'm totally fine, bro. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
That is actually not on the symptom list, like at all.
How are my feet?
Allergies.
Do I have like really just crusty feet from like all the?
All right, he is in the early stages of Yomenta pox. Its incubation period is 1 to 4 days. Symptoms include trouble breathing, skin erupting with painful green boils that ooze pus that gradually turn black. Every single day, it reduces your maximum hit points until you die and turn into a mold zombie.
Oh my god!
Oh.
I thought it was just kind of like an allergy thing. This is a big deal, then.
It's not just the flu, man. You gotta take it seriously.
Okay, so first of all, Darius pulls up his bandana like a mask.
Sorry, comrade, what were you saying?
No, just references to COVID. We're good.
Yeah.
The memes are strong with this one.
Darius starts spinning at least one square away from everybody else. Just
It's not contagious at this stage. It's only contagious when you become a mold zombie and start killing people.
okay. I still feel a little weird about it, but I'll try and stay away from people. So even though I know, that it's not going to be contagious, I still feel kind of weird about it.
So the way this is going to work, also with your 21 medicine knowledge, Nick, you would know this. Either magic will obviously clear it up, or you have to take a save. Once it kicks in, and it hasn't kicked in yet, the incubation period is 1 to 4 days, he has to make a save at the end of each long rest, or he takes necrotic damage that permanently reduces his HP.
Permanently?
Well, until it's...
Reduces max HP. Okay,
reduces max HP.
Okay.
If he succeeds on 2 consecutive saving throws, he'll kick the disease naturally. And you can use medicine and herbal treatment to give him advantage or replace his saving throws. So as long as he's receiving constant medical treatment, he should be fine. And if it gets bad, you can throw magic at it.
What kind of magic? You know?
Lesser restoration, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think lesser restoration will do that.
One disease.
Yeah.
Condition.
Yeah, it would do it.
So, yeah.
Do you have one now, or do you want to wait? Maybe wait till tonight when we go to bed. If you have spells left, give me one.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I have it prepared, but
Beautiful.
Or we let you turn into a zombie that has all of your abilities.
So here's the thing, guys. I was thinking about this. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we release the zombie inside the Vanthampur site, and then we're good, right?
No, exactly. So here's the thing. We wait until Umberto can take Revivify. I turn into a zombie. I'm an undead, not dead yet, maybe. You guys put a chain around my neck with a bunch of daggers, and I run in, just sporing the crap out of people, just throwing daggers and just throwing up everybody. And then as soon as they drop me, Umberto runs in and then revivifies me. That sounds like it would work for me.
I'm pretty sure this is a war crime.
This is entirely, this is entirely fine. Nothing is wrong with this plan.
Right.
Let's do it.
Only change, give him the boots first.
Flying spore zombie.
Brains! Dun,
Would a
dun,
spore
dun,
zombie know how to
dun.
use the boots?
So while we're walking around, are there any rooftops that have a vantage point onto the courtyard? Or
Yes.
onto a close enough rooftop that you could go from like one building to the next?
Yes. Although you're not going to be able to jump into the place, but you could get a view of it from above, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, you don't have that thing turned on where we can like see grayed out versions of what we've already looked at.
It was bugging out, and it would reveal the whole map.
Oh, yeah. No.
I was experimenting with it earlier, but it's a little glitchy.
Feature.
Like, let me turn it on real quick, and we'll see if you see the entire map. And then
No, let's not. It's okay. I
Like-
don't want to ruin that.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Umberto to the upper floor version of the map, and I'm going to let him see inside. Boop.
Could I
Does,
also do?
Why do you have
Sorry,
no?
go ahead.
Oh, you have no vision because I didn't put any light
Blade
sources.
Look into the courtyard.
Go again.
Does the Helm and Blade, the tavern next door, look into the courtyard?
Not excellently. You have to climb some odd buildings in order to pull that off.
I can do that. I'm really good at climbing buildings and stuff.
I guess as a note, once we've decided to sneak in, which I'm assuming we're doing, I have enhanceability prepared to let you help with that.
Oh, Robert, you look pretty hurt. Did you want to take another short rest while we were waiting in the inn and heal some more hit points up, or are you okay with where you're at? This could
I
be
guess,
like the
I
final
can
boss
drop a
of
big
this
ass
area.
heal on your face.
yeah, if that one more heal will just fully heal me.
Yeah. And if I'm actually down by 9, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for me is a pretty decent amount. So if you have 2 spell slots and you get them back at a short rest, I wouldn't mind one as well.
Yeah, feel free to pass out 2 heals, Umberto.
You
I'm going to
can
move the whole
heal.
party to the inner courtyard. Again, this is just intel that you get from
Yeah.
spying on it for several hours. Robert, prepare to be abducted.
You get a heal.
Wob, wob,
Nice.
wob.
Where'd I go?
Wob, wob, wob.
You get a heal. Everyone gets a heal. I would say pick the highest one, but
Actually, you know what?
this
I'm
one.
going to abduct you again. I'm just going to put you on this version of it.
Yeah, can I take the 12 and Robert takes the 14, please?
Absolutely.
Ooh, fully healed.
Yay. All right, we're good.
So
Crozen, did you want to
This
use
is
a
the
hit
view
die?
we see from the neighboring buildings, right?
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Adam, did you want to have Crow Dice? Crozen use a hit die to heal while you were short resting?
I'm muted, aren't I?
You were, yeah.
Yeah, let me do that. Because hit die are expendable.
Also, there is a tower here. This is a tower. No, this is a tower over the entranceway. This is a tower. It's got several floors to it.
Tower. Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, did you guys want to just have them scout, or did you actually want the other two, Klim Josso and Captain Deadeye, to come with us? Because we do have them paid up through the day.
We
What's our
can bring it with
plan?
us, but
We're
also,
just
I was-
information gathering, right? What are we doing?
Yeah, we're spying for now. I was wondering, can you jump this?
You know that always devolves into combat. Dude,
Like, is this from one to the other? Like, are you saying this goes from here to here?
Yeah,
The
this map
wall-
is accurate. This map is accurate.
I'm pretty good at the jumping. I should be able to clear that.
It's only a 12-foot tall wall. And again,
So you
there are
could-
3 groups of guards, just to notify you guys. There are 3 groups of guards. They aren't on these exact positions. They're on a slow patrol counterclockwise.
Guys, is this at or Joe? Is this at night?
It can be. It's evening now. It's about 7
I'm
o'clock
just-
in the evening.
I'm just thinking if these are regular guards and I have dark vision now.
Mhm.
That might be very helpful.
They appear to be regular guards. You could bypass them with a group stealth check. Half of you would need to succeed.
So
You'd also need to
I was
get
wondering-
inside the compound somehow.
yeah, so can we go from a neighboring rooftop to the wall, from the
Mhm.
wall across to this? And what's on this roof? Is this
Red clay tiles, for the most part.
Mm.
Again, there's a tower right here. This is a tower. There are windows on the top floor.
I can definitely fly now.
Yes, Crozan can also fly.
Can he carry someone?
He can carry 1 person.
oh
Ooh, let's do this.
He also
very
has
up and down.
2 hands. He might be able to carry 2
No,
people 'cause he's a
the
very strong man.
the boots cannot hold that much weight.
Okay.
Potions are not strong enough. Except by potion, I mean boots.
Now, you can't really get a good view into any of these windows specifically on the higher floor. But if somebody actually got into the compound, then you could do so.
Do you guys want me to just rogue it up and you guys can keep an eye on me and I can start looking around, and if I get into trouble, then I can either cheese it or get your help?
So also, to clarify, the way that a group stealth check works is everyone makes a stealth check. If half the group succeeds and beats the target number, you make it.
okay.
Now, that would mean you'd need to get inside or otherwise hidden from the guards ASAP. Like, you couldn't just bool out in the courtyard. But if you make that group stealth check, you can enter the compound and then go from there.
And maybe hang out on the roof over here.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, you could have Robert use enhance ability on either you or someone else to get advantage.
Right,
on death
whoever has
target.
the lowest stealthiness, so that we have just a higher average on all of our
Right.
rolls. You know?
And actually, if I burn a higher level spell slot, it'll affect 2 people. So
Oh,
that would
Oh,
be effective for this.
so you could get like Crozan and Robert.
right.
Well, I would assume we
wait.
do it to the 2 highest.
Because you
No,
only
you
need
can-
half the group to succeed, so put all your
Oh,
eggs in that
that's-
basket.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
a good
yeah.
point.
That there you go. That makes more
That's
sense.
a very good point. You're
Okay.
right.
Okay. All right. So before we go in, I mean, we have a way in now. What is our objective while we're in?
Well, I think technically we would be scoping things out, but if everything goes according to plan and we literally can be just stealthy night hawks, we're looking for going into their drawers, finding papers, looking for incriminating evidence, which would be in the form of overhearing conversations, but most importantly, finding actual documents, connecting
I
them.
agree.
to bad
What
stuff.
is the condition that will dictate our retreat?
Being
Discovery?
spotted. Yeah.
All right. What is the
Or-
condition that will allow us to say, "Fuck it, let's kill him"?
That's gonna be
You
right away,
overhear-
dude.
Also, the
Over
place
here.
that's the most accessible is the stables, because that's accessible from the street.
Can we go to the roof of the stables
Yes, you can.
and then jump from there?
Yes, you
So
could.
guys,
Check.
as part of this, since we took a big old short rest while we were scoping things out, if we are planning on doing the old, the 4 of us special and try and scope out and then end up getting caught, do we want to press the panic button and then have a message be sent to Captain Zodge and have them roll up with the mercenary company?
If that happens, it could bail your ass out of the fire, but it could also literally start a civil war in Baldur's Gate.
I don't think we want to go that far, but I think if after raiding their villa, we could then have Baldur's Mouth publish the news, make it public why we were in there, we were gathering information, and that's how we figured all this stuff out. And you know, because likely if they detect someone invading their someone raiding their villa, they're gonna go all out on us if they know who it was us.
So here's what I'm thinking then. Maybe our little message that we do or thing that we do while we're doing the prep work for this, we inform Mr. Needle to maybe by this evening or next morning release it, because if we get caught in there, the Vanthampurs are going to spin it that Darius hired a group of adventurers, came in and tried to put evidence that they're doing bad stuff, and whatever we release after that is going to look like we're just reacting to them. Whereas if we meet this ahead of time and have the papers already going out right when we're doing this, they're not going to have time to make up a story beforehand. This will already go out, and they'll have to react to both us investigating them and the story going out that hugely incriminates them and doesn't just look reactionary.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree. Yeah, dead man's switch. We need something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want that to be a dead man switch, as in if he doesn't hear from you, or no matter what, hit it in the morning?
No matter what, I say.
I'm kind of even thinking, because we started this before the evening went out, if he can, maybe hit it now, because the word won't get to the Vanthampurs while we're doing this. So it'll give us the best chance for them not to be on high alert.
Mhm.
But I think even the morning is giving them too much time to think of a way to spin this. You know what I mean?
All right.
Is
Well, I
there
mean,
a
just
way-
go ahead. See.
Sorry, is there a way from that revealing that we could draw them out of the building, which would give us more time to search the building? Like something about the
Possibly.
bathhouse or something, get them to go in a certain direction.
That's a big possibility. I just know that they've been going to ground. All the places that Amaric is normally used to being seen, the cellar or the low lantern, he has specifically not been going to, even though he almost always goes there, because he's in hiding. Likewise, the other Vanthampurs have not been seen around town. It seems like after we did the bathhouse thing and then destroying the cultists out in the outer city, they have gone to ground and are trying to get us killed. They want this problem to go away, and they don't want to be seen being a part of it. However, they're also harboring Krieg, which is one of the high priests from Elturel.
The high priest.
Captured Creed, not harboring.
Yeah.
That we
We'll
know
see.
of? Question?
Regardless, they're harboring him, whether or not they captured him or he's working with them. But what I'm thinking is we have, start printing the presses on all the stuff we found already now.
Let's get that rolling now.
Okay,
For sure.
you can send a messenger and say release the Kraken. So Edvard Needle is going to start getting the typeset out and start putting together a scathing article about how the Vanthampurs were funding the murders. An expose, yeah. What's your next step, team? What's your attack? What's your entry point, and what's your strategy for getting past the guards? All you have to do is win a brief stealth challenge, but then you got to get inside or hide on the roof or something. So, what is your point of entry?
But wait, before that, Robert had a good point. Robert, did you want to think of a way that we can try and draw them out, or are you okay with us just trying to be super sneaky while we're in here?
It seems like it would be good to draw them out of the building so we can search the building, right? I mean, that's how we've always run into problems.
I agree. I just wonder if we didn't do the kind of prep work we needed to make that happen right
I think that's a whole nother, almost a whole day of work to get something that intense. But I agree, it would have been better.
Why not do that? I mean, why are we pushing for tonight? There's
good point.
I think the only reason is because I think you guys are here and we kind of wanted to do cool things while you guys were here.
okay. Well, let's get the narrator on board and move it to tomorrow, right?
So, is that okay with you, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. If we can, okay, so then in that case, if we're moving the investigation to tomorrow, could we have Edvard Needle do a piece to try and get them to investigate the bathhouse or something? Do something that they can't ignore based off this, not full blown say these guys are bad guys, but drop enough hints to where they feel like they would probably have to investigate, or at least if they don't leave, they send people that would be here, making it easier for us to go investigate, and then we tell them, hey, like whenever we're planning this, at the time we plan every time we're doing this, then drop the information.
Hold up. I got an idea similar to what you're talking about, Matt.
Yeah.
Blackmail. We tell them we have all this information on you. Meet us here or we will release it.
Okay.
And we're gonna release it anyways.
And when they go to the meeting, we go to their house.
Or Robert?
Another option from what Matt was saying, what if we had one of our flunkies break into the building, or one of us, and then we disguise ourselves as Flaming Fist when they call in the guards to investigate the break-in?
I would completely agree with that, but the
Flaming Fist isn't allowed in the upper
have
city.
jurisdiction in the upper city. We would have to be watchmen.
Oh, okay.
Which we don't have watchman disguises, unfortunately. We could probably get some. Would there be any watchman disguises in the High Hall that I might be able to get my hands on?
You could
Yeah.
probably arrange that.
Would you guys want to do that? Also, a third option, kind of combining everything we've said, is what if we have the best talkers of us, like if we have Robert and Umberto, just straight up approach the Vanthampurs with like, hey, we have an offer. And while you guys are distracting the Vanthampurs in their main hall with this, we've got blackmail and we'll use it if you don't, go with us. And then Crozan and I sneak in, get the information while you guys are dealing with them. And then if things go horribly wrong, we're all in the same space to where we can react to them and fight against them. Or if everything goes perfectly to plan, we leave with the information and blackmail them anyway, or release the information anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like that last option might work until it doesn't, and then now they have 2 hostages of ours.
Well, yeah, but it's Robert and Umberto who are 5th level with tons of awesome spells, and
we could meet them in the courtyard. Be like, no, we're going to talk about this right out front, and we're not going inside.
Yeah, except for Robert isn't a great liar, but other than that, yeah.
I feel like we
That's what
should.
enhanceability is for. Oh.
so I think we're kind of down. We're down to 3 options. We can either all try and sneak in, whether it's now or later. We can try to draw them out, or we can try to do the bait and switch. Which plan do you guys feel the best about?
The first 2 options combined, right? We
That's
draw
kind of the
them
bait
out.
switch, right?
Yeah, we draw them out with some blackmail, some submersive blackmail that may or may not be true.
Jasso.
Yeah, get them out of the facilities while we all go in there, see what we can find. At the same time, get this blackmail published and about ready to hit the moment we expect to secure some information while we do our investigation.
So what
If
about
they're not in the building, we
right?
do what we can.
So who's our guy? What's his name? Is it Jasso? Our
Informant.
minor patriarch
Mhm.
guy?
Mhm.
We have him run the blackmail scheme, and we all sneak in.
I agree. The only thing I'm worried about is I'm 90% sure whoever we send into this blackmail scheme is going to get killed by the bandit.
Well, I mean, he's a bad guy, so
He wasn't a bad dude. Not all bad guys who live involved. This guy is actually a pretty good guy. He was a bit of a sleazeball that fell hard in his luck. He made some bad decisions, but we've been slowly but surely turning him around. He's actually been a really good informant for us and a patron of Joplins. He's been running Joplins in our absence.
That's true. Do we have another contact who could run the blackmail scheme?
We can get Tarina in on it. Cash in a favor.
Tarina's busy right now. She's setting up meetings with the candle man, the candle keeper.
The clergyman,
Also, I
the
mentioned
kingpin of
she
the district.
wants nothing to do with anything this hot. Like this is. I mean, we were talking about civil war 5 minutes ago. Like
what we could do. Sorry, Robert, did you have something?
Do we have invisible imps following people around?
We have rats that turn into imps and then go.
You
invisible,
have been
yeah.
getting stalked by imps.
Are we sure we're clear right now while we're doing this planning?
Nope. Never. Ever, ever, ever. But I feel like from what we've seen, they don't usually just start up as being invisible. They, for some reason, like to turn into dogs and rats and stuff and follow you around that way.
To be fair, that's from what you've seen. But if they were invisible, you wouldn't have seen them.
Yep, that's very true.
Cast detect magic.
Okay.
On the darkness.
There's a glowing patch of darkness near you.
Oh shit.
We all attack the glowing patch of darkness.
I can't dispel magic as a class feature, right?
Not as a class
No, that's a
feature, no.
spell.
It's a spell.
But Robert, took the spell magic.
I do it.
Okay. I'm going to move us real quick just so we have a modicum of a battle mat.
Yes.
Oh, Roberto.
And I feel like we're not just standing outside of the Vanthampur.
No, yeah,
For sure.
I mean, we've got a booth at the Helm and Cloak, or we're back at the High Hall or something.
Okay, we bum it. Yeah, it can go invisible again immediately because it's an imp, so
Well, grab it, Crozan.
Roll for
I'm gonna
initiative.
grab it.
Roll for initiative.
Classic.
Doom.
Hey.
I am a rogue, and I have never once failed high enough on initiative to get anywhere.
Nice.
Okay. Robert, Umberto, Crozan, you guys choose your order of operations.
It's definitely Robert first. You got
It's gotta be Crozan first. You're the heat machine. You gotta grab this thing.
Oh,
Come
do
on,
you want me to grab
Crozan.
him? I grab it. I grab it. I grab it.
No!
Can't see it. It's not
No!
loaded.
Release me, you fiend! You fool! All the powers of hell are at my disposal. I will smite you with such a mighty smiting. Help! Help!
It's grappled.
Alright.
I grab it and then just to hold it up, like, the hell do you want me to do with this thing?
Punch it in the face.
My next normal thing is to yeet this thing.
No, eat it. Punch
No,
it. Punch it in
don't
the
do it.
face.
Alright, so Robert, do you want to go next or should I?
Crozan has an additional attack if he wants to do anything with it. Otherwise,
I'm
you've
just
already.
very confused.
You want
This
us to
thing
do
was-
it?
Well,
To
like,
do
to be honest, it was
grab it.
invisible. We cast a spell. I managed to grab it first. I don't know what this thing is. Like,
Force it on the
Like-
ground. Darius says, Crozan, force it on the ground. Suplex
what do I
it.
do with my hands?
Knock it
I'll-
unconscious.
I'll throw it on the ground. Pin it.
Well, pin it. Yeah, not throw.
All right. Yeah, it's. Umberto and Crozan, the two of you are next.
Where are the other drugs?
Where are the drugs?
I'm gonna. Who sent it? I'm gonna intimidate it with my magic.
Okay. Well,
And actually, my intimidate's not great. I'm gonna try it anyway. Yeah. Here we
Okay.
go. Actually, I have inspiration. I'll save that.
Yeah.
you have a luck dice. Remember, you have the blessing of the goddess Timora.
I do. Thank you. Wow. Yeah. It's time for that luck dice. I just roll again.
Yep. You just roll again, take the better of the two.
Yay!
I'll never talk. I'll never talk. Go to hell.
Trying to go there.
Yeah. Like that's the point. Can you lead us there? No. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else. Can I subdue it?
Yeah, it's pretty subdued. What do you have in mind?
I was wondering if I can like attack to subdue to like
Mhm.
make it pass out.
Yeah, what attack do you want to use? You have advantage to hit it.
I have a sickle. And I have a flail.
There you go.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hit it with my flail. Oh, I didn't use advantage. I'll just roll again.
Yep, just roll again. Take the better of the two.
I don't use that flail very often. It shows.
Whack, whack, ah, ah! You're just bruising Crozan's knuckles like crazy.
Ow, dude.
Robert, what do you want to do?
I'll walk up and prepare to smack it if it tries to escape, but otherwise, and doing subdual damage. But I'll wait
Okay.
for someone to question him.
I know it's not my turn yet, but can I talk as a free action and speak Infernal? Because I do speak this thing's language.
Well, the thing is going to try to do something first. It's going to. It tries to turn itself invisible, and then it just keeps getting thwacked over and over, and it loses its concentration.
Nice.
Darius, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm gonna crouch down.
Hold up. Yeah, you had
Oh.
advantage for that.
Oh, did chat give me advantage? We
Mhm.
take those. We take those.
Nice.
Alright,
You're still holding on to the imp, but it's invisible.
must fly, must escape.
Okay, so I crouch down
Mhm.
and look at where I look above Crozan's knuckles, wherever I think the thing's face is, and I speak in the hellish language of Infernal. And I say to it, "You are nothing to us but a speck in the road. We'll kick you off just like the rest, unless you can be useful. What have you got?" And I pull out the most wicked looking dagger I have, one of the ceremonial ones I took from the Cult of the Dead 3, and put it just about, I'm not going to poke Crozan, but right about near where I think its face is.
All right,
I'm going to make an intimidation check.
roll it.
You fart as you squat down.
I'm going to use one of my regular luck points. I don't think farting would really change that, but yeah. There we go, 22.
Okay.
I'll never talk. This entire city shall be fuel for the blood war. You fool!
Okay, it's
Ax,
visible. So
also, just for the record, I can't actually make a deal with you. I'm not qualified. I can only do that on my home turf.
then you're not useful, and I attack it. It's being pinned, so it has advantage and then a disadvantage because of the. I'm gonna make a regular attack against it, and I hopefully slaughter it. Let's see what happens here. Oh wait, it doesn't get cunning damage. Don't worry about the cunning damage. So that would be 5. I'll take off a 5 from that. So that would be 22 instead of 27.
You stab it, it appears. You have reduced it to 1 hit point.
Are you sure you can't be useful? Otherwise, Gumastika.
No! No! Master Thirstwell will punish me! I must obey!
I will punish you. Okay, you're up, Crozin.
So I just watched this whole thing happen. I'm just, what is going on? I don't speak Infernal. You're just yelling at each other.
I look up the Crozin. He's not going to talk. Just bush his brains in.
Okay. I mean, I was gonna do that anyways. Sure.
Squeezing it in one hand, you just sort of crack its skull over the table. And it
You make it sound so horrible.
it poofs into hellish ichor as it is dragged back to the 9 hells.
Oh, it's all over my hands. I'm gonna go toss to the head witch to clean my clothes off now.
I feel like in this scene we have Robert doing the, hey guys, let's stop the infernal thing from getting back to its masters. Crozan grabs it and goes, I don't know what to do, guys. And Barto runs up, bash, bash, bash all over the knuckles of Crozan.
Whack-a-mole with it, like,
Ow!
And then after Darius just like nearly just has a terrible, not good conversation with it, almost kills it before it gets bashed in, Robert just looks at the camera and goes, and this is why I don't always show up for these things.
Now, Matt, I will say you got a really good result on your intimidation check. It's not going to give you anything deliberately.
Yeah.
But it is going to accidentally reveal that the Vanthampurs have been spying on you for days now.
Yep. Guys, we need to hit this button, I think, sooner than later. I think your plan of trying to draw them out is really good. I'm kind of thinking, I'm leaning towards option 3, just having us do this whole heist where half of us distract them and half of us steal from them. But honestly, if you want to try and set up the way to get them out, we just need to move sooner than later, I think. They're going to keep getting more and more aggressive with these imps and whatever they're doing. By the way, great idea to look for that, Robert. That was awesome.
That definitely would have bitten us.
Yeah.
Everybody gains
I am
50
mostly at
experience
the-
points.
Woo! I'm mostly at the
Woo!
mercy of your good ideas since Darius does not have the intelligence nor the ability to do things like that.
So, what have we discussed in front of that imp that the Vanthampurs theoretically know?
We have no idea because we were talking like this for a long time. We don't know exactly what was
Mhm.
translated in game. Let's just assume they have a pretty decent idea if this imp would have gotten back to them. However, for days now, we've mostly been doing crappy side quests. So they've mostly just gotten the fact that these guys are not really moving forward with stopping it. Making a lot of money.
That said, this probably explains why you haven't seen Amric. He's probably onto the fact that you've been looking for him.
Yep.
Sorry, how much XP did we get?
50 each.
8801.
Yeah, I think we need to move forward. I agree. I think we need to get the stuff published because I have a bad feeling that we might be disappearing for a bit.
Guys, I know it sounds like a terrible idea. I kind of feel like we should get the stuff published. We should inform the guard and possibly start a coup or civil war. And we just raid the Vanthampur villa. We start by trying to sneak in.
And when it
draw
goes
them out.
south, we just do it.
I mean, because it's going to happen anyway. It's 90% sure we're going to screw this up, whether through our own fault or just because.
The only thing is, I'd say let's not call the guards, or let's get the guard out. Actually, here we go. So, the Vanthampurs probably have their own private guard, which means they may not even call the normal guard.
They might not. I feel like if they think they can handle it, they'll keep it in house. If it seems like we're more trouble than they can handle, they're gonna call the watch.
So why don't we get the watch out of the way?
How do you
Have the
propose
watch
that?
dealing with something else. Use
Oh,
Jedi and
Ooh.
someone else to get the watch out of the way so that we are only dealing with the Vanthampur guards.
that is really good, but a tough sell because then that means that he's getting thrown in prison again. He's going to get caught. It's a whole entire city watch if he does a riot up in the city.
Yeah, so he doesn't. He hires someone to.
I guess if we're going to climactic levels, I'd prefer to have a band of pitchforks with us when we invade. I mean, that worked last time.
Rally
Rather
the troops.
than
Fire
having
the
a big
people.
faction.
I agree.
Put all our cards on the table and just do it.
Darius will. I know we don't have so much time for roleplay, but Darius recounts how when he did his spirit quest, when he got Darren, he was shown a vision by his father where Darius either saw himself sitting on the proverbial throne of Baldur's Gate, either ruling as an iron-clad tyrant, siding with the patriarch and ruling over the denizens of Baldur's Gate with an iron fist, or he saw the vision of himself as Crevain the Fox rallying the people a la French Revolution style and marching with the collective peoples of Baldur's Gate against the patriarch and reclaiming the city for the purposes of equality and good and not for the patriarchs ruling
So
over all.
Crozan, I think this is where you come in. We need to yeet the rich.
Let's do the
All right. So, here's how we can do this. You have favors built up with the newspaper. You can cash.
And the revelers. Lots of favors.
That's true. You have favors with
Garmalt.
Baldur's Mouth, with the Revelers Union. You could get Garmalt's House of Mastery. You could basically publish a huge story about this and try to raise a mob outside. Is there anything else you'd want to do to attempt to raise a mob?
We could get the Flaming Fist. We could have the Flaming Fist and the mob marching onto the High City, causing a huge distraction that the Vanthampurs have to respond to while we sneak in and get the incriminating.
Is this a quick play, or are we able to slow play this?
Up to you.
I guess in the story, Matt, are we trying to do this quickly, or do we need to, or can we take our time?
Well, we have a half an hour before this session ends, and then what is the likelihood that the rest of us, because I wouldn't feel comfortable doing things without having people here, the likelihood of us having more of us for a future game soon? Because if we slow play it, if, like, for instance, if we can get in a month's time everyone back again, I wouldn't mind slow playing this and having us build this up over the next set, like the last of this session and the next session, and then going through with this afterwards. But if we don't think we're going to have people for a while, maybe we fast play this now so we can get the ball rolling. What do you guys think?
I can be free in a month. But
Nick, do you think you
I
can
will
be free
not
in a
be
month?
free
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
basically for the next 4 weeks. You know,
Yeah,
but
I
after
agree
that
with
I can be free.
and everything. Yeah. Yeah, I should be able to get some time like the 2nd January, something around that.
Yeah, that's right about when I'll be free.
So if you guys are cool with maybe let's do we can push the big button then. Maybe we slow play this for this last episode, and next episode, Adam and I, if Adam's available, can work on this stuff if you guys aren't available. And we can prepare the big uprising where we get the people of Baldur's Gate to rise up against the patriarch. Maybe Crowsden and I can, on the next session, talk to the patriarchs and say, look, a storm is coming and you want to be on the right side of this or you're going to fall under it. That kind of a thing. Get the patriarch support as much as possible.
Yeah, no, let's do
So let's figure out where our cards are. Who do we have that we can use to basically start a civil war?
Also, guys, we're being real smart right now. This is really good stuff.
I feel like I don't want a copyright strike, but I feel like the "Do You Hear the People Sing" is playing in the background right now.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Well, actually, I was kind of thinking we should get the troubadours. Who's the
unicorn dudes?
No, the little Kalimshan. Aren't they playwrights?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get them as minstrels. Oh yeah.
That's very true.
I mean, that's the right way to disseminate the information.
Okay, so can we commission a play that describes the events of the Vanthampur treachery to the city, and then have them put that on street corners?
Like it's not the Vanthampurs, but like he does that thing where Goodright always does this kind of stuff. He's always doing social commentary, and it is the Vanthampurs, but it's not that kind of a thing, you know?
Everyone knows.
Not
Yeah, and
actively
have them
saying it.
start riling people up and make this like a big sob story. Put some
It can be
sad
the
char-
it can be the damn Thampers.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
the Tham
like-
Dampers. The Tham Dampers.
yeah,
But
and,
you're right,
Can we
yeah.
do that?
There's
Yeah,
also
okay.
a colony of artist anarchist gnomes in Whitkeep.
That's right. And if we tell
probably
the
fair
butchers that are we're in good with out in Butcher's Block, like, hey,
Yeah.
we found the group that slaughtered your people. This is the time. The time is now. We rally all, and plus, right here we have camaraderie with Good Night. We have renown with the Butcher's Block, and we've got favors with both the Guild and Tarina and the Revelers Union. We've got a lot of people that we've been making alliances with and helping out. We can tap all of those right now.
Yep.
And
We helped in
move forward
Stony
with
Eyes.
this.
I mean, we are the people's people.
Mhm.
yeah. Crevane the Five. I've been pushing Crevane as this whole like vigilante hero. We can have him doing a lot of propaganda and like saving people on the streets, saying, "Hey, something's coming. We need you for it. Join the Rebel Alliance." That kind of a thing.
And
You
we'll
know?
feed them with meat pies.
Yes, terrible meat pies.
Wow, this is the second act climax coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So essentially, from now to then, we're going to aim for January 2nd. I'll make sure to clear my calendar for that. We're going to aim for that to be the rush on Vanthampur Villa. Between now and then, in whatever game sessions we get in, you will want to do whatever other, like you've already got a decent amount that you can activate that you've been talking about. But we have a few more minutes. We have 25 minutes left in this session. Plus, I think we'll get at least one more session that 1 to 2 people will be able to attend. So, what do you want to do now? It is 8 o'clock at night, since you've been discussing your plans for a while.
I
And
have some ideas. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, mate.
yeah, so it's 8 o'clock at night on the 23rd. The vote to fire the Flaming Fist is in 7 days. You get to decide when you're activating all of this. When, like, if you're going to tell Etvart, do you want to tell him, like, we're hitting the streets tomorrow? What's your thought?
I think that plan is going to come along with January 2nd. Like, we'll.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't want to nail anything down yet.
All
We'll
right,
let
you don't
him
want to
know
stage that
we
yet.
are-
That's fine.
We'll let him know that we are getting ready for it and be ready to drop this
Mhm.
stuff at the nearest sign that we give you. But
Mhm.
we're going to keep him involved on what's happening here.
Probably
But-
should commission the play
Yes,
now.
That
in
doesn't.
the play.
I mean, normally a
That's
play
right.
takes a while to write. You can't write a play in a day.
I mean,
Yeah, except Jonas
enough
Goodnight, the
drugs.
most amazing playwright in the world, should be able to very quickly move on this. I mean, technically, if we plan this to happen the day before the vote, it gives us basically a week to get all of this together, to get all of our ducks in a row, rush a show, and we have it climactically happening right before the vote. We have us storm the High Castle.
That is very convenient and works really well. Yes.
Yep. I love
May
it.
6 then.
I love it.
So it kind of gives us a week of downtime to prepare for all
Mhm.
this. What I think we do today, since we're up here in the high hall and we have 30 minutes left or 20 minutes left, I think we put the sweep. We divide and conquer. All of us go talk to the patriarchs in the area. We can go under the cover of night. Right now it's 8 o'clock. We can go knock on doors and say, "Hey, Darius here, son of the high, the high freaking Duke. Let's talk for a second." And we can find out right now, with the rest of this session, where all the patriarchs stand, and basically let them know that something's going to be brewing and they want to be on the right side of history or lose their house forever, kind of a thing. Don't say too much to where they can get back to the Vanthampurs with this, but we start figuring out at least where they stand, and then with our next set of sessions, we can start doing favors for more people in the area, build up our camaraderie with the entirety of Baldur's Gate, and be ready for when we push this thing forward on January. Does that sound good to you guys?
Yes. I guess either before or during that, I have a feeling we're going to see more of those imps around, and our movements need to be more secure for what we're setting up. Are there any other stores we can search for to find items to help us with that, Joe?
Question.
I am glad you asked. What have we got nearby? We got the Hall of Wonders, the High Hall of Wonders. There's
Sorcerer Sundries.
Sorcerer's Sundries is a great place to look. Tamarin's repository of the arcane arts, they primarily focus on potions, but there's all sorts of stuff there. Just look around on the map, like for what you see on the map, because there's a lot of options.
Also, let me give you guys a heads up. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go.
I was gonna say, just so you guys have an idea of what we have, we've got a lot of like just moonstones, copper chunks, things that can be turned into money. We have a bag of holding, which I forgot about that. That's awesome. Out of our money, we have at Joplin's 5 platinum pieces, which is basically 50 gold. We have 760 stashed gold, thousands of copper and silver pieces, and then we have a total of 1,300 gold saved in the high hall. So we have a lot of resources where if we need to start rubbing with high people and getting things going, we have a lot of money if there's a big purchase item we need, or we need to start greasing some palms that we can work with.
Is there a wizards college or anything like that in town? Can we hire, low-level wizards just to cast detect magic? Because that's really all we need at this point, right?
Let me see. Let's see what we can do in that regard.
Also, just so you know, Robert, we also have access because of where is it? The one-way in, Joplin's, and a few other areas we've discovered. There is a sewer system that runs throughout the lower city and probably even the high city of Baldur's Gate, with which we have access to. We have not thoroughly investigated all of it, but we could spend some of our downtime mapping out and learning the sewer system and using that to get around a bit easier without being detected.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
We also have access to the guild, where the guilds would be able to give us a lot of help. Now, here's the thing: I think that meeting with it's the clergyman is supposed to happen in like 2 or 3 days. Technically, next session, I could take care of that with Joe and whoever else is available. If it goes well, we might be able to tap the access of the guild as part of this, which would be huge.
So, update on that for Tarina. You guys took over Joplin's. Joplin's made a lot of money for the local, for the Thieves Guild. And the clergyman, who's the kingpin of Eastway, is going to want you to come and kiss the ring and basically show that you're loyal to him, that you're not a threat to him. So he's going to want anybody who's associated with that to come pay homage and promise to be a good little soldier.
Yeah. Which Darius can easily do. That's
and I can persuade, and I promise they'll play nice and
for sure.
Also, she says that you might need to do him a big favor, like he might ask you to prove yourself somehow, prove your fealty, pull off a big crime, and give him the proceeds of it, because you guys don't have enough standing with the guild right now to try to take over his territory. You could just frag him, but like you're still not that high up with the guild.
Yeah. But this would be our way to kind of jumpstart being higher within the guild by
if you're willing to kiss the ring, then yes.
And you guys can basically, Umberto can absolutely help Darius, but this is Darius's huge element. I'm a criminal underbelly.
I just got a good persuasion, so I can help out with that. I can be.
I just mean, if you're not comfortable swearing fealty and stuff, Darius is cool with taking care of all that kind of thing.
He's a thief, so I don't really. If I lie to him, I don't really feel bad about it. He deserves it anyway. So.
Well, there you go.
I can make an oath that I'll break later to someone who doesn't matter to me.
But that'll be a thing that we could have in our back pocket and help with our coup / uprising / rebellion. So I don't know where Adam went, but do you guys want to pursue finding out what the patriarchs, where they fall with our last little bit of time today?
I am definitely up for it. I'm just concerned we'll be tracked like we were before.
The nice thing is it seems like these things are only going either in singles or in pairs. When I was attacked, it was in a pair. So we found one. There's a chance that maybe only one tracked us out and followed us. And also, we don't know how many of these actual imps they have. This is the third one we've killed so far. I don't know how many of these creatures the Vanthampurs have in their service. We might be slowly whittling down a resource that they can't just easily replenish, or they could have tons of these things everywhere.
Right.
Darius is pretty darn good about sneaking. So if you guys had other things you could do, Maybe Joe could just give me a skill challenge and I could hand wave sneaking around and finding out what the other patriarchs know. Since I'm a patriarch anyway, I'm probably best suited to speaking to these people. You guys had something else you wanted to do that wasn't our whole group just rolling through the high city, you know?
Yeah. Since you have the whole gang together, first off, before you leave Vanthampur Villa, is there anything else you want to do while you're here, while you're in the area?
I feel like you're goading us into making a mistake, and it's not going to work.
I'm not goading you. I'm just saying you're here. What do you want to do? Is there anything you want to do before you leave?
Anybody
I'm
have
happy.
any poison on them?
I'm okay leaving this, guys.
What was that,
unless you
Nick?
Want to do something.
Are there any exposed water jugs or anything we can poison to get them sick?
You could check the stables.
Yeah, let me cough in their water. Oh, hell yeah, I'm going to go take a dip in all their wells and stuff.
Where is their water?
Oh, wait,
supply?
it's not contagious. It's not contagious.
I mean, if you spit in the water, that might be the case. Now, the closest,
okay, cool.
the closest thing that you have access to is the stables.
Hey, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Since we've had a good bit of downtime and Robert has a really cool idea, could I have run back to the tower, grab the corpse of that zombie, and just salvage some of its stuff to like help his poison plan? That sounds kind of awesome.
Roll a medicine check. And
Would Robert be
yeah,
down to help me with
Robert,
it?
if you want to extract spores from the zombie, roll a medicine check.
Can I give him advantage on this?
Yeah,
Since
go ahead
he's-
and take advantage on this roll.
I swear to God, if we just kill them with spore zombies instead of actually, like, we get in there and it's just full of zombies and we're like, oh, well, thanks for the riot, guys, but,
It's like, hey guys, on Reddit, pro tip: if you're ever gonna try and just wreck the Vanthampurs without actually fighting them, let your DM put a zombie inside the Rasmus Tower. Get that, and it's like a cheat. You get the zombie, you drag it to the Vanthampurs, and just let it go freaking.
Put a bucket on the shopkeeper's head.
Yeah. Robert, did you roll again to take the better one?
Oh no, I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah, you got advantage on this.
If those,
Ooh,
So-
no, we're good.
All right, so you have extracted 1 dose of poisonous spores. Add that to your character sheet.
Nice.
As time goes down, the servant who was in the stables departs. Actually, let me see if he departs or if he like sleeps in the stables, but I'm pretty sure he departs.
Hey Adam, just to catch you up, we've grabbed some zombie parts. I'm gonna go cough in their water, and we're gonna poison the Vanthampurs on our way out. I want to specify that our life cleric came up with this idea. Just FYI.
I don't hate it.
All right, so peering in the windows of the stables, you notice that there is a forge here for making horseshoes and stuff. The stable minders.
Forges are hot, right?
Yeah,
And things burn when they're hot.
that is correct, which is why the stables are in a separate building. So
Scratch the plan. Let's light it on fire. No, just kidding.
you've got
Please
2
keep
windows
going.
right here. Nobody is inside except for the horses.
Robert, do you want to give me the dose and enhance ability me, and I'll just stealth in and see if I can poison the water supply?
1 sec.
Buddies, poison the water hole.
Sure,
Also-
but let me do detect magic first.
Yeah, detect magic 1st.
Mhm.
Also, mate, I have spent the last hour just spitting into an empty vial that I'm planning on just yep. Yep.
This is a war crime. This is 100% a war crime.
Well, the nice thing is we're not at war yet.
Yes.
Good thing there's no Geneva in Faerun.
Okay. Detect magic. Then around.
You are clear.
Okay.
Oh,
Enhance
yeah,
ability.
chat says you could just bleed into the water too.
Oh, that's true. That's
Start cutting
very
yourself.
true.
Isn't it upper respiratory? So, and it's
It
spore
is.
based, so it wouldn't be
it'd be the
transmitted in
lungs.
blood.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it'd be the lungs.
the
All right.
vector's wrong.
Dex. Go.
I'm going. Okay, I have my own vial of puke, and I have the dose of spore, and I'm rolling with advantage on stealth, and I'm gonna mission impossible my way in there. Da 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 da. 23.
Well,
da,
you beat the
da,
passive
da.
perception of the horses, and you slip into the stables.
What's wrong with these horse? Oh, that's right. That's their health bar.
Yep, they're not glowing radioactive green horses.
Doo-doo-doo.
This stone building contains stables for 4 draft horses, plus a fully equipped smithy with an anvil and a hearth. There is a door leading out. What would you like to do in this room?
Hide a bunch of alchemist fire inside the forge because it's probably cold, and when they fire it up the next morning, it'll explode. But proceed.
That sounds awesome, but I'm not doing that. I want to just peek out, make sure that I'm, avoiding the guards. It's night, so I have my dark vision goggles, and they probably have torches to let me know where they are, and I can slip between people.
Up, up.
All right. And at this point, mate, I don't know if you want me just to keep taking the time to follow everybody around. Do you want me just to make a skill check to see if I can just locate and find the water and just do the do?
Where are you going to look?
I think I would. Okay, when we were doing our research on the grounds, did we see any wells or anything on the actual grounds
You
themselves?
did not.
Like a
You
cistern
have
or
not seen a
something?
well on the actual grounds.
Okay, this was the stables. What are my other areas that I have to look at? I see that there is a main villa in the center here, and you said there was something else. Is there only the stables and the main villa?
Those are the only 2 structures. As part of the main villa, there's a tower over like the entryway, but that's about it. There is a back door here. There's a door here. There's a window here.
Before I went in, I would have asked them how much do you guys want me delving into there? Do you want me just to keep going until I have to cheese it, or do you want me just to look in? If I don't see something obvious, come back.
I would say, kitchen's probably in the basement or on the first level. If you can easily make it into the kitchen, do it. Otherwise, cheese it because we don't want to tip our hand yet.
I agree.
Yeah.
Are you guys cool with that? Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm staying as safe as possible, mate. I am literally having Darren fly overhead and give me, little bits and bobs if he, sees it. And he's not doing the whole because it's night. He's not soaring in the sky. He's like going from like perch to perch, just kind of
Right.
keeping an eye out and giving me a little bit of a heads up when necessary.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna move my way. And you said this was the back door?
There's a back door right here, but remember, you can peer in windows. You should be able to peer
Okay,
in the windows.
I'm not seeing if there's a window here next to me. This is not showing me anything in here.
It's there's curtains over that window.
Okay.
It's curtains for you, Darius.
Is this a glassed windowed place, or can I reach in and part the windows?
It is a glass window, but the window is not locked.
Okay, I'd like to very stealthily open the window.
Okay.
Before I open the window, I'm going to check to see if there's any kind of latch or trap or anything that would either alarm or alert anybody as to people breaking
Okay.
into.
Roll a investigation check.
I am confident there's nothing there.
Indeed.
Okay, I go about doing what I said I did.
An iron-wrought chandelier hangs above a black oak dining table, surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs carved to look like devils.
Oh, fun.
A fireplace
like real
dominates
farmers.
one wall, flanked by red-curtained windows. A handsome glass-doored wine cabinet stands against one wall.
Oh. The wine. Poison the wine.
Some of it.
And then
goes
it'll
a
only
little
get them. Yeah, I like it.
If you guys are watching the stream, you should be able to see what Matt can see.
Okay, I was informed to go to the kitchen, and if I saw any wine that was important, to poison that instead. I have now found wine that looks important. This looks like a chamber with which their nefarious deeds happen, and I'm going to report to my allies that I have found devil memorabilia inside of this estate. I wish I had a camera or something, but that's not a thing. So I am going to just sneak on up, being very careful as I go. I have Darren positioned right outside the window, so anyone looking in can just kind of see that there's a bird just like lingering around and comes and goes. So my allies know where I'm at. I'm gonna head over. I'm assuming this is the wine area. Hey, I'm gonna be very careful.
There's
sneaking along.
There's a fireplace right here. There's a door right here. There's another door right here.
Is this a wine cabinet, or is it just
These are both cabinets.
Okay, then I'm gonna take my spittle and poison wines from one of them, and then the dose and poison wines from the other.
Roll a stealth check.
Rolling stealth, sir. 27.
Okay.
Thanks for the advantage.
Inside the cabinets, There are 8 red crystal goblets, 4 in each of them, and there's 4 bottles of wine in each as well. Well, there's
Ooh,
8
okay.
bottles of wine in each.
Then I think what I'm going to do is poison the goblets since the wines are sealed, right?
Mhm.
Then yeah, rather than opening the wines, I'm going to take my saliva and smear it along and try and dry it out, but then we're still there. And then I will take the doses and rub it against, just like make sure that I ruin all of these goblets in both containers.
Okay.
Should definitely take a swig just to make sure the liquid of the level of the bottle is the same. Saying.
No,
He said he's not
I'll-
going to open the bottles because they might be sealed, they might be wax sealed, so
Oh.
they
Yeah.
might notice.
exactly. Okay, I do my dark work and I cheese it because the party told me not to linger too long.
Okay.
I went into this very, very excited, and now I feel kind of bad. Just because this is very apropos to what's currently going on in the world, and I would hate it if someone broke into my house and.
Gave you COVID.
But also, if I'm a double summoning shit, I kind of deserve it.
Yeah,
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do while you're on the grounds? Is there anything else that the rest of the party wants to do while you're on the grounds?
Poop in the flower pot and go.
That takes some time, dude. You gotta like right?
I don't
You,
know. I mean,
you didn't stop. You have to go over to the coffee shop first if you really want to hit that.
I leave. I was told to get in and get out
Okay.
and do my
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
I don't want to linger. I'm
I think
leaving.
the risk is too high at this point, and we're not ready for the whole thing. So.
All right, Matt, you're back in the stables. You're out of sight of the guards. The horses have not noticed you. What do you do?
Dude, it feels like you're trying to trap me in something, but I'm gonna just leave.
All right.
I'm not gonna take anything. I'm not gonna do anything that makes it seem like we've been here. Other
All
than
right.
what we did.
Out you go.
And
And
we're a very dangerous DM, and I appreciate that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh. All right, let's get away from the manor. Let's go to the high hall. Get out.
Yeah, agreed. We got a secret base there.
All right, so the party withdraws to the high hall and ends their adventuring day.
Did you guys
Yeah,
want to
I
end
think
it
so.
here, or do you guys want to end it at Choplin's?
No, let's end it here. I think this is a good spot.
Agreed.
Okay, this is probably a good idea. You're right. I like this.
Yes.
Good job, guys. Wow, this was like the most intelligent game we
Ooh.
ever had.
It just means it's
The
all
one-
gonna go to shit next time. Like, I mean, it's just gonna
Yeah.
explode in terrible dookiness.
I promise that Adam and I will do our best not to ruin our carefully laid plans between now and January.
I
I
won't.
mean, no
I won't be able to
promises.
talk, but I will be able to plan. So if you do want to hit me up on Discord, we can talk plans.
You guys will
Absolutely.
also be accumulating character downtime that you can spend on various tasks around the city. So
Mhm.
I'll give you the choice on how you spend that. You can do background things like talking to patriarchs, etc. Other stuff, non-combat tasks around the city.
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, good game, everybody. It was great to have the gang back together, and we will reconvene at a future date. Thank you, everyone, for watching now and in the future. And bye.
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 Bye.